Okay, number one, these are characteristics and peculiar aspects of art. And it's art in America. Not all art does this. But you need to understand that art is going to be manipulative. It's a universal language. It's a very natural thing. It's caught up in our DNA. It's ubiquitous. It affects all the decisions we make, all the important decisions. It is ever evolving. Art in America never stops. And it is complex. And those are all things that you need to understand about art. And once we do that, we'll move on to sort of another aspect of art. But right off the bat, let's talk about it being manipulative. Eight years in art school. Okay, can anybody tell me what that is? Face, right? Yeah. I've been doing this for probably 20 years, on and off, and no one has ever said that it is marker on a board. You have just been manipulated by art. And you've done something called the willing suspension of disbelief. And no one has ever said, those are marks on a board. No, that's almost a human being in your brain. Bango, I got you. You've been manipulated. Now, what happens is that there is a whole world of manipulation. Horror films manipulate you. They give you little bits of information about the monster. He slivers through the hedges, and your brain makes up everything else. Your brain will create, if you're afraid of snakes, the thing slithering through the hedges will be a snake. If you're afraid of muggers, the thing slithering through the hedges will be a mugger. So, I give you scan information, and your brain makes up the rest of the story. I used to tell the guys in my class that, show my age, Playboy magazine is nothing but a dot matrix on paper. That's all it is. Everything else is happening in your brain. Okay. So art bypasses the critical aspects of your thought patterns. It is a direct injection. It's intravenous medicine. It goes straight into your psyche, straight into your emotions, without ever passing through some sort of critical aspects. It's very dangerous. That's why virtually all of advertising is heavily laden with art. I can show you a shiny new car and have it sort of racing along Highway 1, I think it is in California, and suddenly you want that car. Now, you don't turn to Consumer Report and find out it's got a lousy transmission and the valve gasket's going to leak at about 60,000 miles. You want that car because I've appealed to the artistic side. The other thing that art is universal. Here's my second explanation. I can communicate with virtually everyone on earth. That is a tree in every language on earth. Could also be an atomic bomb, but only the Japanese are sensitive to that. But the idea is that you can communicate with any and everybody on earth. It is a universal language, and it is been used, we know, for at least 35,000 years. I like to remind my English major friends that universal literacy, you know, you're hard pressed to date it 250 years. And matter of fact, I imagine most people on Earth are still illiterate. So the idea is that we've been doing this. It is part of your DNA. Every child born, given the proper tools, can make gorgeous and wonderful art. If you hack your way through the jungles of Borneo, some guy with a bone stuck through his nose can make fabulous art without ever hearing my lectures or attending Yale art school.